Hey, good afternoon, Bright Futures. It's Dr. Stephanie coming to you for our weekly Tuesday Live. And today we are going to be starting a three-part series, a three-week series that's going to really help you guys get set up to finish strong. We have been talking about this concept of finishing strong all month in the office. Obviously, it kind of came to fruition from the big flying pig that so many of us participated in. But what I want to do is really start to dive into kind of 3 layers deep into this concept, into this idea, and really give you guys some tangible action steps. Hi, Penny. To make sure that you are focused and that you have everything you need to finish this strong. So today, I've got 2 things for you guys to do. Number 1 is I want you to take some time and actually start to define your finish line. What is it? What is it for you? You know, for me, just speaking from my personal life right now, the next 2 weeks until Memorial Day are literally crazy town. My calendar cannot hold a single more thing in the boxes of it, and it seems that things just kind of keep getting added to it. And I know from my conversations in the office, so many of you feel that way, from end of year school parties, from soccer and baseball and softball and all of the sports, you know, kind of wrapping up here, graduation parties. It just seems like this time of the year is filled with stuff. And when the more stuff we experience, the more distraction and overwhelm and stress that we can feel. So just to kind of review, that's why we still have the pinwheels going in the office, and I love it. Yesterday, I went into like my second patient in the morning. I said, "How are you doing today?" And she said, "I think I need 5 pinwheels to get through this week." I said, "Funny you say that. I was about to tape a pinwheel to my chest and just start like blowing it all the time because you know, this week is a crazy one." So here's what we're going to do. We're going to define. I would like you to actually define your finish line. For me, it's the end of the month. It's Memorial Day. I am super excited to get my kids out of school, to start our favorite season, which is summer. So for me, it's Memorial Day. I would highly encourage you guys to set a date, and it should be within this month. Maybe it's this week. Maybe it's next week. Maybe it's this weekend. Something coming up that you have a definitive timeline so that you know kind of how you can focus your energy for a short amount of time. We can all focus for less than a month. Second thing, why is this your finish line? What's important about this date that you chose that is worth pursuing, that's worth putting energy into, that's worth getting on here, listening to this, and actually taking some time to invest some time so that you can really experience this journey that you're about to go on and experience it really well. So that's my second thing to talk about is, you know, why is this important to you? For me personally, I really want to show my kids and to show myself and to show the patients that you can be super crazy and your life to be really chaotic, but it doesn't mean you have to be chaotic. And trust me, there are times that I feel I need to go back and take a breath to just refocus. But I know I can do it, and I know all of you guys can do it too. How do you want to show up on this journey? So we're on this little journey here for the next couple weeks, the next month, whatever it may be for you. How do you want to experience it? Do you want to feel frazzled? Do you want to feel just that strain and that anxiety and that overwhelm of pressure? Or do you want to use it to really start to develop your own personal strategies of success? That's the most important question. How do you want to experience your journey through your own finish line? Spend some time with that and let that be your anchor. Let that be your anchor when you start to feel the emotions bubbling up. The question is, how am I going to get through it? How is this going to happen? Go back to your anchor. How do you want to show up? It's different for all of us. And then I want to talk a little bit about this concept that's our topic, our main topic for today, is this idea of running the tangent. So what does running the tangents mean? Well, what is a tangent? A tangent is a straight line between 2 points. And this came about because right before I was getting ready to go down to the marathon, I got a text from a good friend who's been helping me along training and preparing for the marathon, and he said, "Don't forget, run the tangents." And I'm like, what does that mean? Okay, so I like look it up. I know what a tangent means, but how do I do this in action? It means to look ahead, anticipate where the next turn or where the next curve is going to be, and run, hi Amanda, the straightest point to get there. And why do you do that? So that you don't waste energy. You don't waste energy. And do you know that even though he sent that and I kind of knew it, I still was like running all over the place when I clocked out on my clock, on my watch. So the race is 26.2 miles. I ran 26.8. And I just wonder, if I had that extra, half a mile, would I have felt a little bit better? Would I have been a little more focused? Maybe, probably. So here's how we're going to take that concept and apply it to finishing strong. Number one, you have to anticipate where that next curve is going to be. So what I would like you guys to do, and what I am also spending time, I've been doing this morning myself, is between now and your finish line, whatever that date is, whatever that event or that situation is that you're looking towards achieving, what are the curves that you're going to experience along the way? What are the different situations that may come up that either A, have potential to kind of throw you off course, or have require some energy and some effort to them? This could be, birthday parties, graduation parties, soccer events, banquets, end of year recognition, Teachers' Day, field days, all the things that come up at the end. Get those on there and actually draw it. I like to draw things. I'd like to get a blank piece of paper, and I kind of have this actually drawn out on my paper. I've got, here's the different curves. Here are the different things that I'm going to be crossing and experiencing. How can I stay focused to expend the least amount of energy so that I don't run out of steam when I get to the finish line and collapse? We want to run through our finish line, and that's what we're going to be talking about next week. But my tips for you guys today is to define your finish line. What is it? When is it? Where is it? Why is it important to you? How do you want to show up when you get to that finish line? Do you want to feel exhausted? Feel, oh my gosh, I just used all my energy to get here, and now I can't even take one more step? Or do you want to feel rejuvenated and feel exhilarated and feel filled with energy because you just accomplished a really exciting, hi Ashley, journey that you gave it your all, and you really did give it your all. And when we give our all, we actually tend to generate more energy. So keep that in mind. Number two is the tangents. Staying focused, eliminating distractions that pull you off course. How are you going to get from where you are now to the next one, to the next one, to the next one? Start to roadmap this out so that you can see ahead. We need to be able to look ahead, prepare for it, and then go. Okay, so those are the things that I have for you guys today. Next week, and I would actually love for you guys to comment. I would love to see, as some of you are starting to get on here regularly, I would love to get some dialogue going. I want to hear where you guys are. What are your challenges? What's your finish line? What are some things that you're working to get through this week, next week? And what are your rewards after it? How are you going to celebrate the end of this finish line? So next week, a little preview of what's ahead. Next week, we're going to be talking about very specific strategies to stay the tangent. So things that distract us, we're going to go through. I'm going to have a whole list of things that you might want to start to pay attention to that can pull you off course, as well as, and most importantly, things that you can do to help stay the course and stay focused, preserve your energy, and run all the way through that finish line with tons of energy left in the tank, because the third and the most exciting week, in my opinion, is we're going to start planning for the summer. So we're going to start on that last webinar in 2 weeks from now, setting a vision for the summer so that as you start to near that finish line, kind of coming in on that last week or so when you're really starting to feel fatigued and starting to want to, oh, this is getting really hard, you can see what's on the other end because you've created what is the vision for your family this summer. How do you want your family to experience this summer? What are the things you want to not only just do with your kids, but what are some of the experiences that you want to share with your kids? How do you want to feel this summer? You know, how do you want to set yourself up? And then looking ahead, Ashley, you and I talked about this yesterday, even looking ahead to the fall. How do you want to come through the finish line in the summer to be set up to experience the best fall and next school year that you can? So we're going to start to lay the groundwork for that in 2 weeks on that webinar. And then just a little more of a preview. All of June is nutrition month. So we're going to be doing tons and tons and tons of tips and information about how to fuel your family for success. So stay tuned for all that. I hope everybody has an awesome day. It's nice outside. Get out, do your finish line, do your tangents, make it an awesome week. Comment below. Shine bright.